There is very clearly an agenda being made about Black women. What is up, you guys? My name is tonibryanne. Welcome to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing how Black women are embarrassing. And you may be very surprised by this title, given the fact that I am a Black woman, and I also very much so advocate for Black women. But if you sit with me just a little while longer, you'll know exactly what I am speaking on. Before we get into today's video, please be sure you're following me on all my social media accounts. They are all linked down below as well. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and also my second channel that is a lifestyle-based channel. There you'll be able to see a little bit more of a personal side of me, and I personally really enjoy posting on that channel as well. And now, as always, let's get into a little bit of positivity. Today's quote of the day is, "Happiness is a gift that I must give to myself." And today's verse of the day is Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, and it reads, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." And without further ado, you guys, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
I have been deeply disappointed in the portrayal of Black women and how we represent ourselves in media a lot lately. Now, this isn't a foreign subject. We have spoken about this on several occasions, and it is something that we see every single day. But very specific news prompted me to sit down, press record, and make this video. And that news was Sexy Red's new lip gloss line that is going to be released very soon. So this video will be broken up in a few talking points discussing the false narratives that is portrayed in media about Black women that is setting Black women back further and further every single day. Let's first begin with hypersexualization of Black women. Black women are often portrayed as sexual objects and are seen as very promiscuous beings. A lot of these narratives stem from the media that we consume every single day, and I want to specifically highlight female rap. You guys know I've done a video on female rap before, and I've also done a video on male rap, and in both those videos I discussed the hypersexualization of Black women in the music. It's not just Black male rappers degrading Black women, it's female Black rappers degrading themselves and Black women as well. So let's get into the artistry of rap. Rap is a musical genre and a form of vocal expression. This vocal expression is typically used in rhyming ways. So rappers will rhyme things like rap with cap or cap with map. And with those rhymes, they tell a story. So rap is a part of hip hop culture. I did a whole video discussing this when I spoke about male rap. So if you guys want to check that out, I will link that down below. But rap emerged from hip hop culture back in the 1970s in the Bronx, New York. And back then, rap was quite different than what it is today, or at least what gets popular in rap today. And since then, it has become a global phenomenon. So rap was mainly popular in the male atmosphere, and then women started coming in, and it wasn't as popular for quite some time. You'd see some rappers come about, and some notable names mainly in the Black community, like Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, Roxanne, Remy Ma, Trina, but there wasn't anyone that was a mainstream success that was known among so many different communities besides just mainly the Black community. And that is when Nicki Minaj came about. Nicki Minaj came out in the 2010s, and she was mostly known for her very catchy yet raunchy lyrics. A lot of people believe that Nicki Minaj paved the way for female rappers to have more mainstream success. Thus, Cardi B gained popularity, and now we see so many other rappers in the same space like Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Ice Spice, the City Girls, and so on and so forth. Now we see there is space for more than just one female rapper at a time. But one thing that has been very clear since female rappers came about was the overtly sexualization of them. Though very beautiful, it was clear as day that these female rappers were very objectified. For instance, rappers like Lil Kim, who was very popular in the 90s, she had very raunchy lyrics. While this very well can be classified as both female rappers and their listeners reclaiming their sexual power, it also very well reinforces the negative stereotypes and portrayal of the promiscuity of Black women.
I've never been the one to say things like, oh yeah, the industry is here to ruin Black lives. But I swear, the more I begin to look at life from such a broader view, it kind of hurts my feelings that it's the truth. And it's just sad to see that they are really trying to slut Black women out. all they want us to represent is our bodies. They sexualize us, and the only thing they want us to put out is our bodies. Our sexiness is everything is about our bodies, our looks, just the sexual energy. It's like when it comes to the rap game, you don't really see women trying to focus on their craft or lyrically, progress or get better. It's like as long as they can just sing ABCs, it's easy as 1, 2, 3, they'll find a way to twerk to that. They'll get that first catchy line off, and everything after that is just twerking and booty and tits, and it's like it's so overwhelming at this point. Like, you can tell that nobody really respects the black women if it's outside of their body. Like, why do you think Kamala literally had Meg the Stallion? Of all the women that could have came and represented us as black women, you got Meg up there twerking at a political event. Like, you can tell they're taking us as a joke, just using us as puppets, just using us for their own monetary gains, man. It's like, if we keep this up, this is not going to end well for black women. Like, this is beginning to become insane. We are like sex objects, nothing more, nothing less.
So let's get into who literally inspired me to make this video, Sexyy Red. As you guys have heard me say probably numerous times, I am a Sexyy Red fan. I have listened to Sexyy Red for quite some time now. I find her songs, though raunchy, to be very catchy, and as me being an adult woman, I think it is okay for me to listen to her music. But I'm not going to take away from the fact that a lot of what she says in her lyrics definitely sets black women back quite a bit. So if you don't know who Sexyy Red is a 26-year-old female rapper that has recently gained mass popularity. She's mostly known for her crude lyrics, yet catchy songs. Sexyy Red just unveiled that she will soon be releasing a lip gloss line. Sounds pretty normal, right? Well, I fear it is not as normal as it sounds. The names of these lip glosses definitely sparked the attention that she may have wanted. Let me run down the names of her new lip gloss line. So Sexyy Red made a post on Instagram announcing this launch, and this is what the post said. Boss lady speaking, new and improved at Sexyy Red _ products is back better than ever. Introducing Northside Princess the brand at Get Northside. My first product will be my lip gloss. Juice, hole brown, nut, hole pink, yellow discharge, gonorrhea, blue balls, on my period. Now, this can be seen as something she did in order for it to be attention grabbing, but we have to look at the bigger picture.
I got a lip gloss brand, and the names for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice. And coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good. And it's so, like, people gonna talk shit, but other people was like, you is a marketing genius, because the sold so fast. And it smell good too. I be thinking of all out the box. It's not even on purpose. It's just like my brain helped me think outside the box to do some crazy shit.
Now, though I think men find any excuse to jump down women's throats, I do believe some of their concerns about Sexyy Red are pretty valid. So in reference to Sexyy Red, the main issue is that aside from her artistry, which is her very raunchy lyrics, the things she does outside of her music strongly pertain to the lyrics that she is saying in her songs. It seems as if Sexyy Red is trying to put on this portrayal. Once again, I listen to her music. I like her EP that she just released. I think that her songs are catchy. But I think that there needs to be a clear line between your artistry and what you are putting out to the environment, to children and to other influential individuals. First of all, I don't even understand how she expects to sell these products, because I will be damned if I ever walk around with gonorrhea lip gloss on my lips.
Imagine if you tell somebody that they lip combo look good and they tell you it's a combination of yellow discharge and gonorrhea with a dash of brown booty hole.
Your lip gloss is so cute. What is that? Thank you. Gonorrhea. What? Gonorrhea by Sexyy Red. Do you want to try some? No. Oh, well, I've got other shades. Yellow discharge, coochie juice, booty hole brown, pussy hole pink.
It had so much potential to be something. Like, she could have gave us a Sexyy Red, obviously. I would have took a sexy chocolate. But that's the best they could come up with? Sex on my period? What's going on up here?
I also do not believe that it is okay to kind of make a joke about STIs, naming your products yellow discharge and gonorrhea. I think this can actually lighten the severity of having STIs, especially when hookup culture is so prevalent today. Just in 2022, there was a significant increase of gonorrhea cases from the year prior. Gonorrhea cases rose by 48%, syphilis cases rose by 34%, and chlamydia cases rose by 16%. Though all of these STIs are curable, it still is something that should not be normalized. So aside from just Sexy Red, in general, like I said, a lot of female rappers, at least the popular ones, perpetuate very negative stereotypes for Black women. Female rappers are encouraged to emphasize both their physical appearance and their sexual image. And these two things a lot of times overshadow both their lyrical abilities and their artistic messages. Some people I would say that this definitely has happened to are rappers Lotto and Megan Thee Stallion. These two are both incredibly lyrically gifted talents, but it's clear their songs that blow up and get very popular are them talking about their sexuality and talking about all the sexual things that they can do. And of course, them twerking and using their body as a way to sell their music. And I personally don't even think that this is something that they want to do necessarily. I think they do it because it's what sells. I mean, Lotto has even said that. And I also wanted to be clear that I do believe that this is not just the female rappers that are doing this. It is very clear that there is pressures from both the music industry and music executives for these women to put out these raunchy lyrics and put out a raunchy image of themselves. And this is all for them to gain visibility and to gain success within the industry.
Who owns these record label companies? Who signs a Sexy Red? You can go out and you can get any artist in the world based on their talent. Why is it that when you come to Black America, you want to platform someone like Sexy Red when it used to be you platform people like Lauryn Hill? This is intentional. This is intentional because, as Confucius said, a Chinese philosopher said that, what is in your ears will eventually be what surrounds you.
Y'all think that the white man is using religion to control us, and that is the exact problem. Do y'all see that Sexy Red released a lip gloss line, or is releasing a lip gloss line named after STDs and just disgusting things? And y'all think that the white man is trying to use religion to control y'all? Let me hold y'all hand when I say this. Those artists that they're steady releasing to promote nothing but negativity to our youth, because that's exactly who's going to be buying those lip glosses that she has and just thinking that it's so cute saying all of these things. That's what they're using to control our people. Those TV shows that are getting funded, Now That's TV, Zeus Network, all of that's getting funded to, again, push nothing but negativity into our youth and onto our people. That's what the white man is using to control us, not religion, baby. I don't know how many times these artists are going to have to come out and tell y'all that the things that they say in their music is not even what they want to say, but what they're told to say. All these artists that sit here and say that they're being controlled and they can't really sing the music that they want to because the labels want them to promote certain things. Open your eyes. Stop saying God is the reason that our people are controlled and bounded. Y'all, people is not sitting around just listening to sermons and going out to act the fool. Like, be for real.
It's almost as if these women are puppets and the music executives are the puppeteer masters. And this is not only affecting these Black women, it is also affecting how Black women are portrayed, and it also influences the young Black girls coming up. The next harmful stereotype and false narrative that is portrayed in media about Black women is the masculinization and aggression of Black women. So in this category, I'm going to be mainly speaking about reality television. So right now, there has been a show that has gotten incredibly popular, and that show is Love Island USA. So this show, well, at least this season, blew up like crazy, and it was mainly because of 3 girls that got very popular on the show. Those girls were Leah, Serena, and Janae. Serena and Janae are both Black women, and Leah is Persian. They got so popular, I think, due to their outspokenness and them just being very big personalities. But there was one that got more popular than the others, and And I'm sure you guys already know who, even if you guys did not watch the show. That was Leah, the Persian princess. Though all three of these women have gained massive attention and have gained millions of followers from this, one gained a lot more than the other two. Leah now has 3.2 million followers, whereas her counterparts, her two other besties, the black women, Serena and Janae, have millions less than her. Serena today stands at 1.6 million followers, and Janae stands at 1.5 million followers. What confuses people the most is that they were a trio. So why is it that Leah got more popular than Serena and Janae?
I'ma just say it. People love Leah so much because she is white passing with a black girl swagger and attitude. Like, literally the only reason Leah is surpassing Janae and Serena in popularity is because of her skin complexion. And I really need y'all to be honest about that. I just want to say that I love Leah, adore Leah, and I think she deserves all the things that she's receiving. This is not about Leah. This is about the viewers of Love Island and how y'all are some colorists. I just want to know what makes Leah so unique out of PPG that's allowing her to gain way more popularity way quicker than Janae and Serena, when them qualities that you seem to like so much about Leah, Serena and Janae also have. In fact, they actually embody it better. You want to know why? Because those personality traits are actually originate from black women. Yeah, the same characteristics that America seems to adore Leah for are also the same characteristics that America tears down black women for. If you ask me, black women, and I'm talking cis and trans women alike, are the blueprint for cool, for that effortless swagger, for that it factor. Like, it's not on them, it's in them. My point is, y'all seem to hype Leah up because she does have that like cool factor of a black woman. But I've noticed a pattern is that y'all love the girlies that act like the Janaes and the Serenas of the world, as long as they don't have the same hue of the Janaes and the Serenas of the world. Make that make sense. And I say all that to say that that really bothers me for the Janaes and the Serenas of the world, because they don't deserve that. And if you ask me, all three of them girls deserve all the blessings that they're getting equally, though. I don't think one should be gaining more popularity, more exposure than the other because one is lighter than the other two. I know that like that's just how the way the world works right now, but I also need y'all to not ignore that that's exactly what's happening with PPG right now. And you know what? I'm gonna just be grateful that Serena and Janae are getting all the love and blessings that they're getting, even though I shouldn't be grateful because they deserve it, but I am.
A lot of people argue, well, Leah was so relatable and she checked people and people loved that she was so outspoken and that she was vulgar and she wasn't like this picture perfect princess that is seen on reality TV. But people can also say the same about Serena. So Love Island is a dating show, and there is a part of the show where there is like a testing part where your partner that you're locked in on the show gets a choice to go to a separate house, which is called Casa, to meet other people to see if your connection is as strong as you guys think it was. So all the three popular girls partners decided to go into Casa and go and explore those options. And all three of those guys brought back girls, which means they gained a connection while they were there. Serena's reaction to Cordell bringing back a girl was very popular. It blew up on social media. And I will say almost certain that this scene of Serena seeing that her man Cordell brought back a girl is what drew in a lot of people to go and watch the show.
I'm sorry, but you think that you're about to have your cake and eat it too, and cater to both of us, and then no, baby. You made your choice. You made your bed. Hump in it. Ew. What does that smell? It smells like bitch.
Her reaction was raw and honest, but the way that people perceived it, especially the other men on the show, was giving that they saw her as the angry black woman. So many of the guys in the house were telling Cordell to leave Serena alone, don't talk to her any longer, because why would you want your future wife to act like that? And this part shocked me quite a bit because Leah had nothing but outbursts the entire show. Leah cursed a lot, she didn't contain her emotions, she did all of the things that Serena did in that night, rightfully so.
He stood up there and said, "Now you send in 3 home and then you're still here, bitch, in your overalls. Now what?" No, you're not fucking understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying to their Liv, shut the fuck up.
But no one told Leah's guys that she dated that would they want their wife to act that way.
You aren't able to actually communicate with Serena because she's clothes-walling you. She's not even letting you get the chance. And if she's not going to allow you to do that, bro, like the message is clear at this point, man. Is this how she's gonna react every single time? Is that what you are looking for? Isn't that how you want?
We ain't forget you either, Miguel.
To the point where you're gonna be like, as a man, stand on my business and say, you know what, Serena? You're gonna act like this? Okay, I'll let you be. I got a great girl right here next to me. Last thing I want you is to continue to go back to Serena. Yeah, bro. The way Serena's handled this conflict is insane. She's just in an emotional state. She is fiery as hell, but this is what you get with the fire sometimes. Disrespect was wild.
The only difference between the way Serena and Kayla reacted to Casa was that Serena stood on business and didn't forgive Cordell and the boys for egging him on.
I'm not sure, man. That's how she feel. That's how she feel. There's a great girl, dog. You got someone great who literally is mature as hell, bro. What Serena's doing right now is like complete opposite of maturity.
I mean, how did you feel about the microaggressions from the guys when they were not really being supportive and again trying to push him into the direction of not really respecting your wishes?
I really wish they showed me sticking up for her in those situations. They ain't showed that.
Yeah, I
Really?
was pissed. Like, I literally was like, all the boys line up right here. I'm just about to go down the line and slap everybody because literally, I'm like, it's okay when Kayla can scream crazy, Liv can scream crazy, but when Serena does it, it's immature. It's not how you want your wife to behave. It's childish.
That wife to behave was crazy. Because what is y'all talking about?
Behave
No.
is insane.
And once that was said, I told them, like,
He said yes.
you-
Yes, it is.
yeah, I did. No, I'm just playing. Nah, no, I told him, like, you saying that, you can't put that into perspective, because if you have a wife, right, y'all have this one argument, which y'all gonna file for divorce and call it a quits because of that. That's not how it works. If you married this woman, y'all gonna sit down, y'all gonna talk, and y'all gonna make this shit work.
Also, in comments of people watching the show and seeing Serena's reaction, there were a lot of men, I would say more in particular, that were saying that she was ghetto, she was being loud, and that Cordell should leave her alone, and that she never really wanted him. So many different things. And what does this lead back to? There is a portrayal of aggression when it comes to Black women in media. I'm so glad that the guy that Serena was with, though he did bring back a girl, that he stood 10 toes down and defended her. But you can tell more so than none that production wanted to give Serena this negative, angry Black woman stereotype, even if they didn't realize they were doing it. Serena reacted like any woman would. If that was a white girl acting the way that Serena did, I highly, highly doubt someone would be saying something along the lines of, would you want your wife to act like that? No, they would not do that. Serena was just showing her true, raw, and authentic emotions. And I think that it was very much so warranted. But it's when Black women show any ounce of emotion, it's always seen as being overtly dramatic. So that is just one example, I will say. Another example is none other than Zeus Network, which you guys have seen me talk about this before. I did a whole video on how Zeus Network is seen as problematic. And I also did another video of how Black content creators are embarrassing. Well, I'll say certain forms of content that Black media portrays as embarrassing. On shows like Baddies, we are constantly seeing Black women acting out of character, not being able to regulate their emotions. This is what we see every day. TV shows like Baddies that are wildly popular only showcase one form of a Black woman. Unfortunately, due to its popularity, it portrays all Black women as the same. Black women are not a monolith, okay? I don't understand why we get grouped in as being ghetto, ratchet, having no class or decorum just because you see one category of a Black woman. There is so much more to Black women.
In my opinion, the shows Baddies West, Baddies East, and Baddies South all need to be banned. I do not watch these shows, but I have come across many clips of these shows on my For You page. Oh, don't watch it then. Keep scrolling. No, because I can't ignore how awful these shows are. These shows are detrimental to women. What good do we get witnessing women tear each other down almost every single episode? These shows have no purpose. It's just straight drama. There is no context. There is no goal. It's just straight unnecessary drama. To add insult to injury, some of these women are mothers. What example are you setting for your children, especially your daughters? It's not like back in the days where women can go work as a prostitute or work in strip clubs and there would be no video evidence of them. They do those jobs and then they go back home to their kids and the kids have no idea what they're doing. This right here is digital footprint. Your children may never escape bullying or harassment because of your actions. These women are walking around, tearing each other apart, being half naked or even naked fully on camera, and then they go home to their children like they came home from a respectable job. And even if the other women have no desire to have children, that is fine. That is your prerogative as a woman. You decide that you do not want to be married, that is also your prerogative. But there is so much more that you can do with your life other than being part of a putrid, toxic environment on camera for some money. Day by day, we are continuing to lack female role models. And we are being shaped to be fixated on women that stay half naked, make perverted music, women that would just rather be sex symbols to make some money.
And one thing about the show Baddies, it is so clear these young girls are watching these shows. I was listening to my little cousin speak. She's 11 years old and she was speaking on some girls at her school talking about they want to jump people and that they're setting up other 11, 12-year-old girls to go and get jumped. Is that not the most absurd thing you have ever heard in your entire life? The fact that 11-year-olds are setting people up to get jumped and are talking about fighting so openly? It is clear that these young girls are being exposed to a lot more than they need to at their young ages. It's in their mannerisms, the way that they talk, the way that they act. It is so sad to see. And I feel like this narrative is being pushed more and more in today's times because it's almost as if we're backpedaling. Because in the 90s and in the early 2000s, though there definitely were negative portrayals and stereotypes about Black women, we also had other things to offset those negative stereotypes. We had The Cosby Show. We had My Wife and Kids. We had Girlfriends. We had The Parkers. Just different shows showing different lights of Black women. Now, these shows also had their negative stereotypes, but we weren't just seeing Black women fighting on camera all day, and that's basically what we see now. It's very hard to find a good sitcom or a good reality TV show that's portraying Black people, mainly Black women, in a positive light. So then you have people that don't really know Black women or have never been around Black women that much that all believe that Black women act in this almost animalistic way when that is the furthest thing from the truth. So now we're gonna get into social media and the portrayal of Black women on there. So the it girls of social media mainly have a very specific look. Now I know we all have our different definitions of it girls, but I'm going to name the main girls that are probably the most popular. But girls like Jada Waiter, Ari Fletcher, Alexis Sky, Black China. These women are the ones at the forefront for what I would deem as Black women's success and the it girls of our time. Now, you don't have to agree with it. I'm not saying I agree with it either, but these are the women that you see quite a bit or that you have seen in the past. Though these women are all very successful in their own right, I also feel like it shows one archetype of a Black woman, and I just personally don't believe that these women should be considered the epitome of Black excellence. Or should I say that they shouldn't only be the epitome of such. Let's be clear, I'm not tearing down any of these women. I actually commend them for their success, but they are one stereotype of Black women. And I feel like them being at the forefront for a lot of young Black girls boxes in the capabilities and the lifestyles of different Black women. Now, granted, they don't owe anybody anything. They don't have to set a good example of how women should act. They are their own personal beings. But why are we constantly pushing the rapper baby mama aesthetic to Black girls when there are so many different calibers of Black women to aspire to be? Once again, it boxes us all in. It doesn't show the diversity of different calibers of Black women.
Does it not bother you that we are continuing to get pregnant by men that will never marry us? Does it not bother you that we have the highest rank in being single mothers in America? Does it not bother you that non-Black women are getting married first, then having children? Does it not bother you that our women are purposely having babies with boyfriends rather than husbands? Putting our lives at risk to give birth to babies that were made by men that are not married to us. When I look into the entertainment industry and our society in general, we are the main sex symbols. We are standing in line with other women wanting to know if some rapper would smash or pass us. Not date us, not marry us, but smash us. And to make matters worse, A plethora of these women are in college, they have businesses, some of them are even mothers. Out of all hobbies that you can have, this is what you do on your free time. At this point, we can't even blame society anymore for degrading us. We are perpetually accepting less than the bare minimum. We also have to accept that we're always going to have to work double times or triple times harder to prove ourselves worthy in this society. And that's because of the lack of respect, morals, and dignity that we have instilled in ourselves as Black women.
And I say this all to say is with the portrayal of this in media that we're seeing every single day, it sets Black women back further and further. And then you also have Black men that speak down and poorly on Black women. This is something that is pushed in media a lot too. When you see athletes and male podcasters speaking down on Black women and saying that Black women are undesirable, it makes other people believe that Black women are undesirable when that is the furthest thing from the truth. It's almost as if they make it seem like loving a Black woman out loud is embarrassing.
Bria. I mean, Bria, I ain't never like looked at a dark skin and was like, she kind of, you know what I'm saying, right?
She pressure?
She right to be a dark skin.
Like she bad.
All right, Bria, bro, you not ugly, you know what I'm saying? I rate Bria like a,
But I ain't gonna lie. I never talked to a dark skin.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bria, she not ugly, bro. Bria, you can get like I give a Bria 8.
I was finna say 8.
8.
But like, she not ugly. It's just that I never seen myself talking to a dark skin before. But I ain't never seen no good looking dark skin before.
Are you a new dad?
About to be.
That's what I'm saying. So this is your first baby?
Yep.
What's going through your mind right now?
Nervous. I ain't gonna cap. But I'm more like I want to see what the baby look like.
Because you don't think it's yours?
No, I know it's mine, but it's just it's different races, so I want to see what he gonna come out to look like.
What do you want the baby to look like?
More Mexican or more? Well, it's gonna look more black regardless.
No, it's not.
All right.
You see Negro son?
Oh, he look Mexican.
They light. Well, you gonna be able to tell like they mix with black, but
your baby to be dark, or do you want your baby to be light?
Light.
Why?
Because I'm already dark.
I respect it.
When it comes to dating and your personal preferences, no one bats an eye. When women say I want a man that's 6 feet tall, makes a certain amount of money, blah, 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 those are considered preferences. But if I say, hey, man, I don't date black girls like that. Oh, God.
You hate black women.
How dare you?
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
My mom's black. Your mom's black.
Yeah.
My sister's black. Like, bro, we just have a preference.
If we hate a black woman, would we bring African American women and black women on the show?
Okay, but
all the time.
The question.
Let me finish.
Okay,
we would not if we had an issue with them. Our dating preferences are our preferences. Just like you have the prerogative as a woman to date a man that makes a certain amount of money, a height, income, whatever it is, no one bats an eye. We are free to choose who we want to hook up with and date. Like, what the hell? Like, there's nothing wrong with having preferences.
I want to read this article that this woman wrote when she spoke on black women feeling undesired and how she is basically done with black men. So this woman's name is Wendy James. She made this post June 19th, 2014. And she said this: "Why do you like black women? They wear weaves and their attitudes stink. You must be crazy." This statement was made by a young black man after my white friend expressed his interest in dating black women. The comment didn't deter him, and he is still in search of his beautiful black queen. Unfortunately, for the black male, his comment did not offend me. I smiled at him and quickly changed the subject. I am accustomed to black men denigrating black women and have come to expect it. I used to love black men so much that I dated them exclusively for a long time, and then I began to notice something. The love is unlikely to be returned. Initially, it began with celebrities. Many black male celebrities are married to or dating non-black women. Names like golfer Tiger Woods, basketball champ Kobe Bryant, and billionaire and music mogul Dr. Dre, who could contribute significantly to the black community and to black families, have chosen not to. They avoid black women like the plague. There's nothing wrong with interracial dating, but the level that black men do is distressing. It's as if they believe that dating white women will make society more accepting of them. In the UK, you would be fortunate to find a black footballer or even a black actor with a black wife. They loathe their women so much that they even slander them in front of their white companions, much like the black male I mentioned in the opening paragraph. The hurtful and humiliating comments appear to be a dismal attempt to ruin the self-esteem of their women. I am not intimidated by black women, laughed my blue-eyed, blonde-haired friend who was currently dating a black Premier League player. My boyfriend would never touch one. They are not very attractive. Her comment did not offend me. We have been friends for a while and are quite open with each other. I would rather have a friend who is honest to my face than behind my back. To be honest, I find it difficult to keep track of the number of white women I have met who are certain that their black partners would never want black women. They are better looking with amazing skin and long hair, Steven, another friend of mine remarked when I probed him on why he always dates white women. I want my children to be pretty. Growing up, my mother used to tell me that there is nothing worse than loving a man who does not love you back. It is rare to find a black man who loves black women. They dislike them so much that they refuse to marry them, leaving 70% of black women single. Additionally, there are more single black mothers than women of any other race. Black men have contributed significantly to the negative way the world views black women. 3 years ago, I decided to stop waiting for a good black man. There was a 90% chance that he might not want me anyway. My dark skin and coarse hair is enough to send him running. So I read this post primarily because, if we're being completely honest, let's take stats outside of this, though the stats speak for themselves. When you just walk around outside, you see mostly black men dating outside of their race. Now, I feel self-hatred definitely plays a major role in this, but I also feel media plays a very major role in this. In this post, Wendy mentioned the celebrities that you see constantly stepping outside of their race, celebrities and athletes. And it is notorious that athletes, specifically basketball and football players, constantly date outside their race. I mean, did you guys see the most recent draft? It is like the biracial Olympics. Most of the young men that were entered into the draft looked like they were biracial or very fair skinned. And I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 times, I'm not gonna say 9 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times, those biracial children are going to go off and marry a white woman, and then they're going to have white children, just erasing their black genes more and more.
So the NBA draft is this weekend, right? And this tweet has gone viral, and especially in the quote tweets. Now, I thought it was just this like one little clip of like this guy's family, but no, it was a pattern of the same makeup. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the jokes, y'all. Baltimore biracials, Memphis mixed, Houston half and half, the Louisiana light skin, Jaden and Jalen convention at this point. We are headed to extinction. Curry, Clay, close the portal. National Big Lotto Association. They integrated the league only for it to return back to its original color. White blonde mom with a black bald dad. LOL, I thought y'all supported their preferences. The prophecy is being fulfilled. Black men making friends complain about biracial light-skinned men taking over like they aren't the reason for their existence.
I am not opposed to interracial dating, but I think the issue is that the way that black women are perceived in media and how black men speak so negatively on black women, not all, let's be clear, y'all, not all, but in media with these podcasts like the Fresh and Fit podcast and just men in general just speaking on topics, which I'm going to show you, or I already showed you guys in this video, they put down black women a lot.
As a black man that's married to a white woman, these women are extremely jealous of white women. I know this for a fact because I have been dating white women my entire life. I have dated nothing but white women and one Mexican, all white women Mexican my entire life. And now I'm married to a white woman. Trust when I say they are jealous and they're a bunch of haters.
Now, this is definitely a two-way street, okay? I see black women dissing black men, and I see black men dissing black women. But with media's already very negative portrayal of black women, it does not help when black men are further pushing this same exact narrative. I have heard personally from black men, and it's so funny because one of them that I heard from is now in the NBA, that they did not want a child to be their skin color. They refused to date a woman darker than me. And when I asked why, it's because they want a child with good hair and they want a child with light skin. It is absolutely insane. But I can't necessarily fully blame them because of what we see in media and how black women that are pushed in media are constantly portrayed in media. This is an ongoing problem and there's a lot that needs to be done. And we need to realize that our actions, female rappers, girls that go on shows like Baddies, women on social media, it doesn't just affect you. It affects an entire group of people. And that group of people being black women. But at the same time, I want it to be clear that black women are not a monolith. We are not boxed in. There are so many forms of black women, but I just hope that one day those other calibers of black women will be portrayed in media. Luckily, I will say with the influencer market getting bigger and bigger, we are now seeing more black women that are not just seen as ghetto, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
The ratchet culture keeps black women dumb and hypersexual. I mean, look at somebody like Sexy Red. Even ratchet women are like, yeah, she doing too much. I can't even vouch for her because she's that over the top and embarrassing. But it's people like her and other artists like her that they're pushing down the throats of Black women because they want to keep Black women dumb. They want to keep Black women over sexualized, and they want to keep Black women distracted, and they don't want Black women to reach their full potential of who they are in God. And so this is what they do. They push this type of stuff in the media. And I truly, truly believe, and I said this before, that there is spiritual warfare within the media against Black women.
So you guys, that is the end of today's video. I, of course, want to know what you guys think. I know this topic can be seen as sensitive, so I'm asking for everybody just to be respectful. You can share your opinions, but you can be nice about it without putting down someone else. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please be sure, once again, to follow me on all my social media accounts. And yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you all in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment, come get close like you own name. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name. Release